Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to talk a little about Isabelle and the role she may be playing in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So before we get into it, a Pokemon Direct was just announced today by Nintendo, which will be live streamed on the 9th of January later this week. It was a bit of a surprise to most, as I think Animal Crossing fans especially were hoping for an Animal Crossing Direct this week. The good news is there's still time and there's still a chance that we could get either an Animal Crossing Direct or a Nintendo Direct towards the end of the month. It wouldn't be the first time Nintendo have aired two Directs in 1 month, and Pokemon Directs are often released a few days before or after other Directs, so fingers crossed for that. In the meantime, let's get back to Animal Crossing. So Isabelle is probably one of the most recognisable characters of the franchise these days. She was of course introduced into Animal Crossing in New Leaf as the town secretary. You can meet her pretty much 24/7 at the town hall, where she works to help us as the mayor with town duties. She's pretty much the go-to character for anything town related and often assists the player with updating the town's ordinance and creating public work projects. She's a pretty awesome secretary and keeps the town ticking over when we're not there. In Happy Home Designer, she had a slightly more important role and was the public facilities manager, who was basically in charge of the construction projects of public buildings, including the school, the store, the cafe and the hospital. So she's always played a pretty big role in Animal Crossing and has been in charge of fairly significant features. So that makes us wonder what role she will take in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Well, we've known for some time that Isabelle has been confirmed, but didn't know any other details than that she may appear in the game depending on how the player chooses to progress. The good news is Isabelle has finally made an appearance in New Horizons and we get our first insight to how she looks. Thanks to the Animal Crossing New Horizons box art revealed just last week, we can see she's rocking an all new island look and appears to be working for Nook Inc. If you look closely at her shirt, you'll be able to see the Nook Inc. logo, which is a bit of a giveaway she'll be taking orders from the big man himself. Now we know that New Horizons can play out differently for different players based on how we choose to progress, and we'll see certain characters based on this progression, so we may all see Isabelle at different times in the game, but I do think she'll always have a pretty similar role to past games. After all, who would want to demote someone as hardworking as Isabelle? Anyway, we know that Animal Crossing is based around the crafting aspect of the game, and at least at the beginning of the game, everything has to be crafted or built from scratch, and I think this could be the case for buildings and shops too, especially since we've seen no post office or able sisters or kicks or even a museum. So there's a chance that once a player progresses to the point of needing to build shops or upgrade facilities, Isabelle could be the go-to character to arrange this. It's not unrealistic to assume these shops will have to be constructed at some point. We are moving to a deserted island after all, so it makes sense. So I do think we'll see shops and other buildings at some point in the game, and I think we'll have to help construct or collect resources for these buildings, and I think Isabelle will be in charge of managing these projects, kind of combining her past roles into one role. At least that's what I like to think. But what do you think? Will Isabelle be Tom Nook's secretary, or will she play an important role somewhere else in the game? Let us know what you think in the comments. Anyway, for now that pretty much wraps up this video. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully there'll be an Animal Crossing Direct this time next week. Until then, I'd like to give a special thank you to this channel's Patreon supporters. You guys rock. Don't forget to head over to our Discord server too, and of course if you got this far in the video, please comment Isabelle, just to let me know you did. That would be super awesome, and please be sure to include which role you think she'll play and whether or not you think she'll be in charge of constructing buildings on the New Horizons island. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. Please be sure to leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.